Hi, it's Jared from Strongroots Farm. Today, -8, it's Southern Ohio, cold, but calving season is just around the corner. So in today's video, that's what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about calving and how to prep for it. So we're gonna go through, look at our stuff. I'll take you through some timelines, take you through breeding, and so it goes all the way back to the summer when we bred, how we do the timing, what we're looking for, what our calves look like, and the stuff that we need to have ready for when the first calf drops. It's all coming up today, stick around. Welcome back, thanks for joining us. We're gonna be in the shop just to start out because it's freezing cold. Wanna go through this, how to prep for calving season, but first, I need to let you know, today you're gonna see some medicines, some vaccinations, stuff that we use. I will take you through what I do, but I recommend that you consult with your local vet. Everything that I use, my vet has told me to use. It is recommended by other people, but I consulted with my vet and we made a plan, me and him together. I am not a veterinarian, so in this video, as I go over those things, I want you to take that with a grain of salt. I'm just showing what we do, and you need to figure out what is gonna be best for your area and your cattle. All right, well, let's get started. So calving season. So a calf's gestation rate is 9 months, if you weren't aware of that. And so calving season really starts 9 months ago. It is the end of January now. In Ohio, an optimal calving time is gonna be different on location and country and all these different things. So we're in Georgetown, Ohio, southern tip of Ohio, if you wanna see where we're at, see what geo range we're in. My optimal calving time is April 1st to May 1st. And so the way I plan this out is 1 week prior and 1 week later. And so those are kind of the 45 days that we look to calve in that spring calving window, which means I put my bull in June 20th, that kind of 3rd to 4th week of June. And so give them a few days in there. The earliest I can have a calf this year, unless it's early, preterm, would be March 22nd. I think I put the bull in June 22nd, okay? So that planning out, that window, this prep started back in June. Now here on our farm, I will let you know, of the 22 calves that we have right now, 5 of them were fall calves. I do have a few cows that we keep every year as fall on a different schedule. We run different schedules because of our meat business. We like to have calves at different successions in their life so that we can butcher multiple times throughout the year and have a calf ready. But it is much easier to calve in a specific time. The shorter your calving season, the easier it is on you, and you can better take care of your animals. But that's all up to you and what's better for your area and those kind of things. All right, first I'm going to go through what we give our calves day 1. And so I will tell you, it is easier to catch the calf day 1 than it is day 3, if you're out. So we try to do everything on day 1. So I'm going to go through what we give because I think that's what most of you are here for. The first thing we give is a spectromycin, so an anti-scours. So something anti-diarrheal is to keep them from getting scours. I used to not give this day 1. I would watch and wait, and then if they had it, then I would catch them and give them something for scours. I would only give the ones that needed it, but I have started preemptively giving this day 1. 1, because it's easier to catch them day 1 and instead of day 7 when they finally get scours. And 2, once I started using this product, I've never had scours since. And it's just, they're better protected because I'm not here all the time watching them. So I use a spectromycin, okay? This SpectraGuard is specifically for pigs, but we give it to our cattle. I had somebody recommend it to us. I really like it because it's a liquid where the other things I used to use were tablets. You had to use a pill pusher and those were a little harder on the animal, I felt like. This goes down really easy. We pull it up in a syringe, give them 4 cc's. I really like this product, even though this specific one says for pigs. Talk to your vet, use what they want you to use, make your own choice there. Second thing we give is a vaccination in the nose. This is Nasogen, okay? So it is a blue liquid. It comes in 2 small vials. It has a powder side and a liquid side. You mix them together, pull it up. It's 1 or 2 cc's, and hold the calf's nose up, put half in the left, half in the right. I have had drastically less breathing issues, pneumonia, things like that, sicknesses from giving this day 1. We will give this again at the second vaccination point, which is 6 months. So they get it day 1, they get it at 6 months, and every animal on our farm gets this 1 time a year. Third thing we give is a probiotic. You can pick this up any vet store, or Rural King even has this. It's simply the 5 cc's. You roll the washer down and then you push it into their mouth. It's a paste. I don't know that this is necessary. My vet doesn't, he goes one way or the other on it. He doesn't really care about this, but I like it. I've had good success with it. I think it gives them a good start with their gut. And so we choose to give this to day 1 on every calf. Fourth thing, I'm gonna bring this up. We don't currently do this on day 1. This is our normal immunization shot, okay? So I'll show you mine here. This came from my vet. There are pros and cons about this one. We will give this at 2 to 3 months, and then again at the 6 to 7 month weaning time frame, somewhere around there. We will give this. This is basically our blackleg immunization. He calls this a 10-way. The pro about this is that it covers everything. My vet has it in stock. I can go get it whenever I want. The con is it's 10 doses in a vial. So you mix the 2 vials together, the powder and the liquid, but it's 10 doses. So if I only had 1 calf, I can't just give 1. I would waste the rest of that medicine. And so I'm curious, comment down below, help me out with this. Do you vaccinate for blackleg day 1? I have had some vets tell me you can never vaccinate too early for blackleg. My vet says he doesn't do it until 2 to 3 months, and that's what he recommends to all of his farmers. So that's currently what I do. I have many friends that vaccinate day 1 with Triangle 10 or something else, something like this, to give the blackleg vaccination along with everything else. I'm curious to what you do. Let me know what you recommend down below. But you need to talk to your vet about when to give the blackleg or the immunization to your calf. This is an injectable, so it goes in the neck, subcutaneously basically. 18 gauge 1-inch needle on a small 3 cc syringe. That's how we give this. The last thing that we do is we give them an ear tag, day 1. So we catch them and we give an ear tag. I'm gonna talk about 2 types here. I have switched to these EZ ear tags, okay? They're larger, they're yellow. It doesn't matter, but I'm gonna tell you how we do it, and then I'll tell you pros and cons. So, Strongroots Farm on the back, $51.95. The way I do this is 2005, January, obviously I had an oops, to mom 95. 95 is the mother's number, and she was born in 1999, so that's how she got her number. So when I look at this ear tag, I can tell you exactly when this calf was born and exactly who her mother is. We only use 1 color tag, so some farmers will use 1 color for steers and 1 color for heifers. We put, if it's a steer, it goes in the right ear. If it's a heifer, it goes in the left ear. Since I have started using the EZ tags, I have not lost a tag. So there's never been an untagged calf, which I had problems with the next ones that we're gonna show you, the button style tags. So during editing, I noticed I really messed up those numbers. Just to clarify. So the calf was born 2025, January. That was just last month, or this month even. The mother was born in 2019. So she is now gonna be 6 years old come March or whatever. So that's the years that I use. Doesn't really change the process. You come up with your own system. The second style is this button style. It has the button, right? It goes in the back of this thing. You've got to use a special gun. It's different than the EZ gun, so you need a special gun for the EZ one. I like the EZ better. We still keep these around. We use these on our pigs. It is nice to have 1 set of tags for pigs and cows for these buttons. We used them for a while, but I lost them. Every year there would be 2 or 3 cows or a calf that would lose one. These buttons pop out, and I had problems with them, so I switched. These button ones are pre-printed. So if we have friends that'll get together every now and then, they'll bring me a calf and then I haul it to the butcher, so we only make 1 trip an hour away to the butcher. So I keep some of these around just to throw a tag in that because I don't like the stickers on the butcher that we put on the backs in case one rubs it off. So I'll throw these tags in them. We also use these for our pigs, like I said. I don't have problems with the pigs taking the buttons out, so we continue to use these. You'll notice that these are pre-printed. So I want to talk about that a little bit. Pre-printed tags versus blank tags that we write on. So first off, if you're going to use a blank tag, I have found that only the ear tag markers work. They're kind of like a paint marker. I've used Sharpies before, I've used regular paint markers before, and only the specific ear tag marker lasts. So the paint markers last longer than a Sharpie, but they all wear off, something will happen, and it's annoying, and these tags will stay in these animals for years. So I have bought the specific ear tag marker, and if they're blank tags that you're buying and you want to make your own numbering system, that's what I recommend you do. Pro to that is it is your numbering system. You can have a specific way of marking them. It looks nice, and you know what you're talking about when you go out there. The numbers mean something to you when you're selling animals. That's why we do it. The pre-printed tags, they last a lot longer. They're easy to get. They're more accessible. You don't have to worry about marking them and coming up with a numbering system and all that. All you simply need to do is have another line on whatever spreadsheet, however you track your calves. Calf number is this, mother's number is this, and you tag them, and you can just catch calves and tag, and then you can match those numbers up on your spreadsheet. When you see that calf nursing, you write the numbers down and you match them up. A lot of people do it that way. If you're a 200 head herd, I've heard people do it that way, and it's fine. There's no negative, no wrong or right way to do this. It's what works best for you and your farm. So pick a choose there on how you want to do that. I do like the system of a different color for steers and heifers. We don't do that, but I like that. We don't have enough to do that because I buy these things by 100. It's just more money and more equipment laying around, so I choose not to. But I can definitely see an advantage of glancing out through there, and you got a yellow one for a steer and a blue one for a heifer, whatever it would be, right? We use the right and the left ear, and that works for us. The negative to that would be is if that tag would happen to get ripped out, because I'm really particular about that tag being in the correct spot on the ear, you would want to switch to the other ear. And so I've had that happen once in the past, but it's pretty rare for us, so we stick with this system. Next, I want to talk about breeding windows and dates and that kind of thing, why it's important. So for us, that October 1st to April 1st, if I drop a calf in that window and I've had them, they're fine, but I have seen a significant increase. It's almost double. If you take all of the sicknesses and illnesses and different things that you had to treat for in the year and you look at dates, it's double the amount of animals that are in that window versus after April 1st here in Ohio. So we like calves to be later. Now, some people in our area breed for January calves because they're show animals, and we have a specific fair show and they like that date. But for a production farm, you want a calf when is best for the health of the animal. And for us, it's April. Two things are happening. One, the weather's getting warmer. It's not as typically as muddy because the snow's gone and all that kind of stuff. We do get the spring rains here and it can be muddy, but it's not as bad. We're away from the barn at that point or close to the barn, but so that's one thing. The other thing is that the spring flush of grass is coming in for the mother. So you're getting all that nutrient-dense grass, and it's going right into that baby calf, hopefully giving them a better start. Some people like fall calves, and some people hate them. So I've had good luck with fall calves. The negative with a fall calf for me is that I have found in Ohio and in Kentucky, the stock market, if I have to sell a calf, the stock market is the highest price in March and April each year. So they aren't bad, but once you pass August, prices go down, okay? So when you look to sell a calf, I usually sell yearlings at that, 600 pound, 700 pound range. And if you have a fall calf, you're selling a 300 to 400 pound calf if you want to hit that high market in April. You can hold them till May and it's not as bad, but if you wait till winter or after August, prices tend to go down. And so that's one negative, but for us, our fall calves typically all go 100% into meat if they're not a breed back animal for that fall calf. Okay, let's talk about like shelter, things that you need structure-wise. Do you have to calve in a barn? No, people calve out in the open all the time. Would it be nice? Yeah, that'd be really cool. I wish I had a nice barn with metal pins and I could bring the mom and the calf in for 3 days and watch them and feed them round, square bale hay and catch the calf in that pen. That would be beautiful, but I don't have that facility here, and you don't need it, especially as a small farmer or homesteader. It's a lot of money. One thing I will recommend is a calf hutch of some sort. So a low roofed building of some sort that they can go into and get away from mama cows. I'll tell you from experience, we have the open fronted shed that you may have seen on our channel. And if baby calves go in there, you're increasing the risk that they get laid on. So I have these little, some people call them hog huts. It's basically just a container that I found that's only 40 inches tall. The baby calves can go in there and lay on a big bed of straw, but the mama cows and the bull and the other things can't lay on them or around them. So they tend to be a little safer. So I like that. If you're out in the woods or you're out in the pasture, you don't need this. A nice little hutch would be nice for them, but you don't have to have that. One thing that you could have is calf jackets. So if it's cold and you get in a mishap, you can put a jacket on a calf. If you are a cow-calf operation just starting up, you probably know this if you've been around for a while, but I would go ahead and buy 3 of these. I will put a link down in the description for our Amazon affiliate link to buy these, the ones that I buy. I bought 3 of them when I first started this, and I've only ever used one. Okay, it was a January calf, rain and snow, an oops calf, obviously, and I put that jacket on them just to protect her a little bit, and it helps out. Don't leave them on longer than needed. Don't leave them on longer than a month. If it's warm, catch that calf, take that thing off, get that calf acclimated back to the weather, but it is there as a security net. If you don't have a good structure, you can put these things on them to help protect them from the weather. Don't put them too tight. If they get, crap and junk and stuff all matted on them, get them off of them, clean them, put a new one on them, whatever you got to do. But they are nice to have around, so I recommend you buy 2 or 3. They're $50 for a pack of 3, I think. Buy a pack of those, keep them for an emergency. That's the only reason I have them here. So we are not calving today, so I cannot show you how to do all this. I will make a video when we start calving of us going through this and show us using all this stuff. But this is how we're planning. So this is actually my farm prep day for calving. I went through, I checked all my medications. How much do I have? Do I need to order some? Found I need to order a little bit of Nasogen. They come in 25 dose packs. And so we do all that. I'm going to post a picture to the store that we use. It's in Wilmington, Ohio. If you're in this area, I recommend you use it. They have very good prices. But there are lots of online vet stores. You can get these medications from your local veterinarian, all those kind of things. Rural King TSC is not a good place to buy these things. They're more expensive, and they typically don't have exactly what you need. And most of this stuff is prescription. The spectromycin is not. Some people give B12. It is not. The probiotic is not. And most places, most farm stores, you can buy the vaccinations without a prescription. But I get the vaccination from my vet. I get the Nasogen and everything else from this medical supply store. So I'll post a picture of that here now. So if you're local, you can call them and they ship stuff to you. You can email or fax or whatever over the prescription, and they will send you all the medication you need. I'm not sponsored by them. I get nothing. I don't even know anybody that works there. It's just a way that I can help because they have pretty good prices. You can buy your syringes, needles, all that stuff there as well, and they will ship that stuff as well. I have found that Rural King is a good location for syringes and needles and applicators and things like that. They typically carry all of that stuff. So if I'm in a pinch and I'm next to a Rural King, I can grab stuff there. Well, there you have it. I hope that video helped. This is how we're prepping. I wanted to show you the stuff that we used, talk to you a little bit about planning ahead, have some towels, be ready. Cameras are nice if you can watch with a camera. For the most part, you should do nothing. If you're a beginner, let the mom do her job. Let the mom lick her clean, let the calf get up, let it move. I usually like to be out there an hour or 2 after she has it as far as when I go to tag and give the medicine and stuff. The mom should do her job. Now, the towels are there. If you have a calf and the mom walks away and leaves it all wet, get out there and wipe it off, get its mouth cleared, get it up, and hopefully you can pin them up together and the mom won't push it away. So there are issues and things that you're gonna have to watch for, but if that thing happens on our farm, I ship the mom. So I get the baby fed, get it going, and if the mom rejects it, we'll bottle feed it. but I ship the mom. Okay, so it's kind of hard calling. You got to watch your herd and that things, but most of the time, you should, especially if you have a good herd, mom takes care of everything and you don't need to do anything. Well, I will walk you through this as we start calving here in a few months or a month and a half now. I hope this video does help you. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. It is getting hard for me to make videos due to the weather. It's getting dark early. The snow's covering everything. It's freezing cold. Well, thanks for watching today as we wrap this up. Please comment below if you do something different, if you give medications at day one, if you black leg day one. Let us know what you do differently so that our viewers can see that. Please consult with your local vet. Until next time, have a good one.